Chosen one, listen closely. This message comes to you in a season when your heart may have felt heavy, your spirit burdened, and your questions unending. You may have wondered why doors closed, why people left, why connections once cherished dissolved into silence. You may have asked yourself, why am I here? Why did this happen to me? These questions are not in vain, for they are the stirrings of the divine, calling you to understand a deeper truth. What you have endured this separation that has left you feeling isolated or abandoned was never random. It was never punishment. It was mercy. It was protection. Even when the pain felt unbearable, even when the loneliness whispered lies that you were forgotten, God was silently weaving a shield around your life. Every removed presence, every closed path, every heartbreak and disappointment was a thread in a tapestry of divine safeguarding. Do not dismiss the quiet whisper in your spirit that has been speaking through every trial. That whisper is heaven's signal guiding you through unseen waters, steering you away from storms you could not have withstood alone. Some doors that slammed shut were keeping you from a danger unseen. Some relationships that ended were keeping you from paths that would have delayed or harmed your calling. This was not cruelty. This was care, a divine hand unseen, but mighty, guiding you to a place of preservation, a sanctuary prepared just for you. Tonight, hear me with your inner ear. The loneliness, the unanswered prayers, the feeling of being overlooked, all of it has meaning. All of it is leading you toward a revelation that will shift the way you see your past, your present, and your future. A moment is coming when you will recognize that every separation, every delay, every closed door was a shield against forces you could not have faced yet. This message is urgent, not because there is danger in your present, but because the truth of what has been protecting you is about to unfold. You are not ordinary. You are rare. You are set apart. And the separation you thought was a curse was in fact a blessing in disguise. By the end of this message, you will see that the times you felt unseen were the very moments God was guarding your destiny, preparing you for a life far beyond what you have imagined. Stay with me. Lean in, for the words you are about to hear are meant for those whose hearts are tuned to the whisper of heaven, those whose spirits have endured the quiet storms, and those whose lives are poised for the unveiling of a divine protection, so profound it will leave you in awe. And now, as you feel the weight of the past lifting ever so slightly, understand that this message is not born from human reasoning, nor is it a mere encouragement offered by chance. This is a voice from the divine, a whisper from the very heart of heaven itself. It carries authority, clarity, and the unmistakable signature of God's intentional guidance. Every pause, every moment of quiet that has settled over your life was carefully orchestrated to tune your spirit to hear this. God is speaking to you through every detail of your journey. The empty rooms, the sudden departures, the timing that seemed off. None of it was random. Every closed door, every unanswered prayer, every season of waiting has been a sacred preparation. The one who watches the stars, who knows the path of every wind, who counts every sparrow, has been guarding your steps. This is a God who sees not only what you endure, but also what you are becoming. Your story is not left to chance. It is written in eternity. And though you may not yet see the full picture, the divine knows each twist, each turn, each moment of your hidden pain. There is an exactness to this plan that surpasses human understanding, a precision that ensures you are exactly where you need to be at this moment. The mercy of separation, the protection you may have struggled to recognize, is but one layer of a broader unfolding plan. A plan designed to lead you into safety, purpose, and blessing. Take a moment to feel the presence of this guidance. Sense it in the air around you, in the quiet spaces where your thoughts have lingered, in the subtle stirrings of your soul. These are not coincidences. They are divine markers, signals that the God who protects and provides has never left you even when life suggested otherwise. The invisible hands that have held you through disappointment, the gentle nudges that have redirected your path. These are proof that you are under divine watch. Understand that this protection is intentional. It is not passive. It is not waiting for the storm to pass before acting. It is active, vigilant, and precise. God's eyes are upon you at every moment. And this very message is a reminder that the unfolding of your life is guided with sacred care. You are not wandering without purpose. You are not forgotten. You are under the shelter of a power that is greater than any trial, any loss, and any fear you have faced. As you continue to listen, let your spirit open to the full weight of this truth. Let it sink deep into your bones. God's hand has been present even when unseen, shaping every separation into a shield, every trial into a layer of preparation, and every lonely moment into a chamber of safety where your future is being meticulously readied. By the time this message concludes, you will see with clarity that everything you endured was necessary for your preservation and your ultimate elevation. And now the moment that has been quietly preparing itself in your life begins to reveal its shape. This separation, the distance, the absence, the silence that you have felt as a void, was never empty. It has been a chamber of preparation, a sacred waiting room where your spirit has been strengthened, sharpened, and readied for the arrival of something far greater than you imagined. What you once mourned as loss was in truth the clearing of a path that leads directly to your destiny. Imagine a garden hidden behind gates of stone. For seasons you could see nothing but walls. Yet inside life was stirring seeds, planted roots, growing waters flowing silently beneath the surface. That garden is your life. Every moment of solitude, every person removed, every door closed has been tending to your garden in ways you could not perceive. And now as the walls slowly part, the light begins to reach the seedlings, within coaxing them to grow into trees, flowers, and fruits that were always meant to flourish. You may have felt the sting of relationships breaking. The emptiness of dreams paused the sharp ache of being left behind while others moved forward. Do not despair. These were not punishments. They were shields. They were divine interventions, carefully placed to prevent harm, to avert detours, and to safeguard your calling. The separation was mercy, and in it lies a hidden blessing that you are only now beginning to understand. Soon you will encounter moments that feel sudden, moments that seem to arrive without warning. Doors you thought lost forever will reappear under the hand of providence. People you believed gone may return, but in ways transformed, aligned, and purified. Opportunities you doubted were meant for you will open as if the universe itself has shifted to make space for what is destined. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations that your preservation has been intentional, that the divine has been moving behind the scenes, and that your life is entering a season of restoration, unlike any you have experienced before. But this is not just about restoration. It is about awakening. The separation was designed to awaken your discernment, to sharpen your understanding, and to attune you to the subtle currents of divine timing. You have felt invisible threads tugging at your soul, hints of destiny you could not yet name. These are the signs that the prophecy unfolding in your life is personal, precise, and powerful. You are being positioned to step into a new reality, one where the mistakes of the past, the losses, and the disappointments no longer define you. Take a deep breath and feel the weight of this truth. The storms that once seemed to batter you without mercy were in reality carefully directed to sculpt you into resilience. The separation that felt like exile was in fact a protective cocoon, a sacred pause that shields your potential from harm until it is ready to emerge. What you may have feared would keep you from blessing is paradoxically what has preserved it. And so, prepare yourself for the revelation that is already taking shape. The mercy in separation is about to manifest as clarity, guidance, and restoration. Your life, once obscured by shadows and uncertainty, is moving into a space of divine light. Doors that were closed will illuminate with opportunity. Paths that were blocked will align with precision. And the destiny that seemed distant will arrive with the force and beauty of heaven itself. You will begin to see that the hand of God has never left you. Every moment you felt alone was a moment of careful protection. Every tear, every ache, every sigh of longing was a whisper of preparation. And now the prophecy unfolds. What you endured, what you survived, and what you endured in silence is preparing you for the fullness of blessing, alignment, and divine favor that is already reaching toward you. As you begin to absorb the unfolding of this prophecy, it is essential to understand why separation was chosen over closeness, silence over noise, waiting over immediate fulfillment. There is a spiritual logic that cannot be grasped by the human mind, but is perfectly clear to the divine. Every period of absence, every pause in your life, every door that remained closed was not denial, but design. This is the spiritual principle of preservation. God's deliberate act of keeping you safe until the timing is exact, until your spirit is ready, and until your heart is aligned with what is truly meant for you. Separation is a refining fire. It strips away what is not essential, what would distract, what would drain your energy, or misalign your purpose. Think of it as a river carving its path through the rock. At first, the pressure seems cruel, the current relentless. Yet over time, the river's persistence shapes the stone into a channel that guides water effortlessly, smoothly, perfectly. Your life is like that stone. The separation, the absence, the solitude, they are the unseen waters sculpting your character, your discernment, and your spiritual strength. This period of being apart is also a time of discernment. God allows you to feel what truly belongs in your life and what does not. You have felt the heaviness of attachments that no longer serve your purpose, the strain of connections that pulled you away from your destiny, the weight of relationships and responsibilities that could have hindered your alignment. In the quiet, in the solitude, you have learned to hear the whispers of your soul, to recognize the voice of truth, and to sense the paths that lead to life, light, and destiny. There is also a spiritual rhythm to timing that humans rarely grasp. Not everything that is meant for you arrives immediately. Some blessings, some assignments, some divine encounters are delayed, not out of oversight, but for alignment. Like the seasons of nature, everything unfolds in its proper time. Spring does not force itself upon winter, nor does summer arrive before the earth has been prepared. Similarly, your life is being prepared. The separation is the winter of your soul, not a time of barrenness, but a sacred incubation period. It is a season where roots strengthen, where resilience forms, and where readiness is cultivated for the explosion of life and blessing that is coming. And while this season may feel silent, it is not empty. Your spirit has been active, your faith tested, and your alignment refined. You have learned patience, endurance, and the wisdom of quiet observation. The storms you endured were lessons in reliance, lessons that taught you not to lean on what is fleeting, but to anchor in what is eternal. Every challenge, every moment of waiting, every seeming loss has been a teacher shaping you into someone capable of receiving, holding, and walking in the fullness of the blessings that await. Separation is also mercy, because it protects you from the unseen. There are forces spiritual and worldly that would have delayed your purpose, diverted your calling, or caused harm before you were ready to stand in your authority. By keeping you apart, God has shielded your destiny from interference, preserved your focus, and safeguarded your spirit. You may not have recognized it at the time, but every missed connection, every closed door, every painful pause has been a wall of divine protection, keeping you safe for the moments when you will need your full strength, clarity, and wisdom. Finally, understand that separation is a prelude to intimacy, not distance for eternity, but a deliberate pause that allows the heart, the mind, and the spirit to align with God's perfect will. You are being readied to enter into relationships, opportunities, and assignments that will not only fulfill your purpose, but expand it. You are being prepared to walk in clarity, to act with discernment, and to embrace a future that resonates with divine alignment rather than human expectation. So let your heart receive this truth. The separation you have endured is a sacred instrument of mercy. It has been designed to protect, refine, awaken, and prepare you for what is not just coming, but what has always been meant for you. What felt like abandonment is actually guidance. What felt like loss is actually safeguarding. What felt like isolation is actually preparation. Your life, your spirit, and your destiny are moving in perfect harmony with the divine's timing. And the fruits of this season are about to become visible in ways that will leave you in awe. As you reflect on the previous truths, pay close attention to the signs that are already appearing in your life. Those small, almost imperceptible nudges that confirm God's protection and guidance. These confirmations are not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes they arrive as whispers, as patterns, as moments of divine synchronicity that you might have dismissed until now. The first sign is the gentle weight of peace in your heart during moments of chaos. Even when circumstances seem uncertain, when storms rage around you, there is a quiet assurance that you are being carried. That inner calm, that subtle confidence that everything is unfolding according to plan, is a direct signal of divine intervention. You may have felt it during a difficult conversation, a canceled plan, or a sudden change of events. The peace is God's hand resting upon you, reminding you that no harm can come without His permission. The second sign is the clarity of discernment that has grown within you. You have begun to see people, opportunities, and decisions with a new lens, one that allows you to perceive what aligns with your destiny and what does not. You are learning to sense which paths are life-giving and which are distractions, which relationships are meant to endure and which are temporary. This heightened spiritual perception is a confirmation that your separation was not accidental, but a deliberate shaping of your insight and understanding. The third sign is the pattern of doors opening and closing with perfect timing. You have experienced moments where something you longed for seemed unreachable, only to see it return unexpectedly, or to recognize that what was denied was actually a blessing in disguise. These occurrences are not coincidence. They are proof that God's timing is impeccable and that your life is being orchestrated with divine precision. The fourth sign is the alignment of circumstances that seems almost too perfect to be random. The right people arrive at the right moment. Opportunities present themselves just when you need them. Situations that once felt chaotic now have a sense of order, as if an invisible hand is guiding the flow of events. These moments are confirmations of protection, designed to remind you that nothing is outside of God's care. The fifth sign is the growing awareness of your own resilience. Every time you have faced separation, disappointment, or delay, you have endured. You have survived. You have grown stronger. This capacity to persist, to remain faithful, even when unseen, is itself a sign of the divine presence shaping you into someone ready for the fullness of blessing. Finally, the sixth sign is the quiet joy that rises unexpectedly in your spirit. It may appear as gratitude for simple things, as a sudden smile, or as a sense of hope that defies current circumstances. This joy is the divine whisper saying, "You are protected. You are seen. You are held." It is the confirmation that what once felt like loss is actually mercy, and that your journey has always been under careful, loving watch. Notice these signs, chosen one. Recognize them, celebrate them, and let them anchor your faith. They are your confirmations that the separation, the waiting, and the silence were not punishments, but safeguards. They are the markers of mercy, guiding you toward the destiny you have been prepared to receive. Even as the signs of mercy and protection become evident, understand that the path before you is not without its hidden challenges. These obstacles may not be obvious to the eye, and some may feel heavier because they touch your spirit rather than your circumstances. They are not punishments. They are tests designed to strengthen, refine, and prepare you for the fullness of what is coming. Some challenges will appear as lingering doubts. You may question the timing, the purpose, or even the fairness of your journey. These moments of inner unrest are not meant to defeat you. They are meant to deepen your reliance on God's wisdom rather than your own understanding. In these moments, your spirit is being trained to trust beyond what you can see, to anchor in a truth that surpasses circumstance. Other challenges may come as unexpected delays. Opportunities may seem close, yet remain just out of reach. People may return, but not in the way you imagined. Paths may twist in unfamiliar directions. Each of these experiences tests patience, endurance, and discernment. They are not signs of failure. They are proof that your journey is guided and that each step is significant, even the steps that feel stagnant. You may also encounter relational or emotional trials. Those who once shared your path may no longer align with your destiny. You may feel isolation, rejection, or misunderstanding from those you once trusted. These experiences are designed to separate what is fleeting from what is eternal, to refine your circle and to protect your calling from interference. The pain is temporary. The lesson is permanent. Even spiritual battles may arise, forces that seek to derail your purpose or weaken your faith will attempt subtle attacks through discouragement, fear, or distraction. These are not signs of divine abandonment. They are the opposition that always appears when a life of influence, purpose, and destiny is being prepared. Your endurance in these trials is a shield that fortifies your spirit, proving that you can withstand what is to come. The key to navigating these challenges is awareness and faith. Recognize that they are temporary, intentional, and ultimately beneficial. Each difficulty carries a lesson, a calibration of your spirit to align fully with the protection, timing, and purpose God has planned. Do not fear them. Do not resist them with panic. Instead, embrace them as part of the process, understanding that every challenge faced in faith becomes a stepping stone to freedom, clarity, and blessing. Remember, the hidden challenges are like shadows cast by light. They exist only because illumination is near. They are the preparatory trials that ensure when your destiny is revealed, your spirit is steady, your faith unwavering, and your heart fully aligned. You are not alone in these moments. You are under divine care, and each trial, though unseen by the world, is a sacred opportunity to grow, to refine, and to prove the resilience of your spirit. Now that you understand the mercy behind the separation and the hidden challenges that may arise, it is time to act. Preparation is not passive, it is sacred, deliberate, and powerful. The divine calls you to step forward into intentional alignment with your destiny, to position yourself for the fullness of blessing, and to engage with the tools of faith that will anchor you through every trial. First, guard your heart. Protect the sacred space of your spirit from negativity, fear, and doubt. Every thought, every word, and every action carries energy that either strengthens your alignment or distracts it. Choose carefully what you allow into your mind and soul. Avoid conversations, environments, and influences that diminish your hope or obscure the truth of God's plan for you. Surround yourself with clarity, positivity, and inspiration. This is not selfishness, it is preservation. Your destiny requires focus, and focus begins in the heart. Second, cultivate patience as an active practice, not a passive waiting. Recognize that divine timing is precise. Each delay, each pause, each not yet is intentional. Use this time to grow spiritually, to pray with intent, and to reflect deeply on your purpose. Journaling, meditation, and intentional reflection are not indulgences. They are instruments that sharpen your discernment. Through them, you will begin to hear the subtle nudges of guidance to recognize opportunities even before they appear, and to strengthen your readiness for the blessings that are already moving toward you. Third, deepen your connection with God through consistent communion. Prayer, meditation, and worship are not only acts of devotion, they are channels of revelation. Speak openly to the divine. Share your fears, your hopes, and your gratitude. Ask for clarity, wisdom, and courage. Listen with your spirit, not only your ears. God's instructions often arrive as subtle impressions, quiet nudges, or intuitive insights. Respond promptly when these moments arise, for each act of obedience amplifies your alignment and accelerates the fulfillment of your destiny. Fourth, embrace discernment in relationships and opportunities. Not everyone and not everything is aligned with your path. Learn to say no to what diverts you and yes to what empowers you. Trust your intuition. It has been sharpened by the seasons of separation. Recognize the signs of alignment, peace in the heart, clarity in the mind, and encouragement in the spirit. Avoid compromise that delays your growth, even when it appears convenient or comforting. Your calling demands integrity, focus, and courage. Fifth, practice gratitude daily. Even in solitude, even amidst challenges, find the sacred thread of blessing. Gratitude tunes your spirit to notice protection, guidance, and provision that may otherwise go unseen. Each acknowledgement of mercy strengthens your faith, aligns your heart with the divine, and invites more revelation into your life. Gratitude is not passive reflection. It is active reception of the power and love that surrounds you. Sixth, take tangible steps toward preparation. Organize your life in ways that reflect readiness, clear clutter that distracts, set priorities that align with purpose, and establish routines that reinforce discipline and spiritual focus. These practical steps are acts of empowerment, demonstrating to the divine and to your own spirit that you are ready to receive and walk in what has been prepared for you. Finally, maintain unwavering faith. Trust that every separation, every challenge, every waiting period has been intentional. Do not allow fear or doubt to cloud your vision. Stand in the truth that God is orchestrating every detail of your journey, and that your obedience, patience, and trust now will amplify the impact of the blessings to come. This is your sacred duty and your personal empowerment. By guarding your heart, practicing patience, deepening connection, discerning wisely, embracing gratitude, preparing practically, and sustaining faith, you are stepping into alignment with the destiny that was hidden behind the walls of separation. Every moment you act with intention is a moment that accelerates your fulfillment, solidifies your protection, and ensures that when doors open, you will walk through them fully prepared. Even as you move forward in preparation, understand this clearly. You are surrounded by protection that is invisible, unwavering, and unmatched. The same hand that orchestrated every separation, every delay, and every pause is the same hand that shields you now. You may not always see it. You may not always feel it yet. It is constant, active, and fully attentive to every detail of your life. Imagine a fortress built not of stone, but of light and love surrounding your spirit. Each beam represents mercy, each wall represents guidance, each watchtower represents discernment. No harm, no deception, no force can penetrate this divine structure without God's allowance. Every step you take is covered, every choice you make is guided, and every season of waiting is layered with safety. You are never truly alone, even when the world has seemed distant or indifferent. Your protection is not passive. It is dynamic. It adapts, it anticipates, it responds. The storms that might have once overwhelmed you are redirected. The dangers you could not have faced are kept at bay. Every attack, every distraction, every attempt to misalign your path is met with intervention. Sometimes this protection is obvious. Doors closing, people departing, guidance arriving at the right moment. Other times, it is subtle, the peace in your heart, the strength in your spirit, the insight that arrives at exactly the right moment. Both are equally real. Both are equally intentional. Take comfort in knowing that the divine does not leave you to navigate alone. Angels, unseen forces, and spiritual alignment work together on your behalf. What appears as emptiness or isolation is often the space where protection is most active. God places barriers, reroutes your path, and orchestrates circumstances to ensure that your destiny remains intact. You are shielded not because life is easy, but because your calling is sacred and your purpose is too important to be interrupted or harmed. Feel this assurance in your bones. Let it settle deep into your heart. You are guarded, cared for, and preserved. The separation, the delays, the challenges, they were never signs of abandonment. They were signals that God was not only watching over you, but actively preventing harm, sculpting your readiness, and ensuring that when your time of fulfillment arrives, you will be fully equipped to receive it. This protection is also a reminder of intimacy with the divine. You are never forgotten, never forsaken, never unseen. Every moment of solitude, every period of silence, every lonely hour has been accompanied by the watchful eyes of heaven. You are treasured, valued, and shielded in ways that transcend human comprehension. The world may seem unpredictable, but the divine safeguard around you is absolute. So breathe deeply, feel the calm, and trust fully. Your life is encased in mercy, your journey is guided with precision, and the one who knows the end from the beginning is ensuring that nothing can derail the purpose that has been set for you. Rest in this knowledge and allow the assurance of divine protection to empower your steps, strengthen your spirit, and prepare you for the transformation that is already moving toward you. Now envision the moment when the separation ends, when the walls that once shielded you begin to fall away, revealing the path that was always meant to be. The transformation you are approaching is not merely external, it is profound, spiritual, and all-encompassing. The person you were before this season of mercy will no longer exist in the same way. You are stepping into a higher version of yourself, refined by endurance, strengthened by faith, and illuminated by understanding. Imagine stepping into a sunlight-filled room after long months of shadow. Every corner of your spirit, once dimmed by fear, doubt, or pain, now radiates clarity and strength. Every lesson endured, every tear shed in solitude, every whispered prayer answered in unseen ways converges into a new life that is fully aligned with purpose. Your heart, once heavy with longing, will swell with recognition that all the separation, all the waiting, all the hidden protection was crafting the perfect conditions for this moment of arrival. You will feel a surge of gratitude unlike any you have known. Gratitude for the storms, for the delays, for the invisible hand that guided you safely through every trial. This gratitude is the spiritual compass that anchors your fulfillment, reminding you that every hardship was a precursor to blessing. Every closed door was a shield, and every lonely season was a sacred preparation. You will not merely survive this moment, you will rise into it, fully aware, fully capable, and fully empowered. Emotionally, this fulfillment brings a profound peace. The anxieties that once weighed on your heart dissolve, replaced by confidence that is rooted not in circumstance, but in divine assurance. The fears of the past, the doubts that once clouded your vision, the insecurities that made you question your worth, all of them are dismantled in the light of understanding that your life has been protected, guided, and carefully orchestrated. You are no longer just moving through life. You are walking in alignment with destiny itself. Spiritually, you will recognize the hidden threads that connected every moment of separation, every closed door, and every trial. You will see how each event was carefully placed to prepare you, how each lesson sharpened your discernment, and how every moment of solitude was an act of mercy. This realization ignites faith and vision, faith in God's perfect timing and vision to see the abundant life that has been awaiting your arrival all along. Transformation is also visible in the relationships, opportunities, and responsibilities that now align with your purpose. People will come into your life in perfect timing. Opportunities will present themselves with clarity, and doors that were once locked will open with an unmistakable sense of rightness. The blessings you receive will not be random or fleeting. They are calibrated to match the depth of your preparation and the extent of your endurance. And in this moment, chosen one, you will feel the weight of your own potential. You will understand that the separation you once resisted was a sacred training ground for influence, wisdom, and spiritual authority. You are entering a season where the fullness of your destiny becomes tangible, where your purpose is expressed through action, and where your life serves as a testimony of divine protection, mercy, and orchestration. Step into this transformation with confidence, knowing that every challenge you faced has equipped you for this moment. Let your heart embrace the fullness of what has been prepared. Your spirit, once tested, is now refined. Your purpose, once hidden, is now illuminated. And your life, once interrupted by separation, now flows into fulfillment with the force and beauty of heaven itself. As this message comes to a close, take a moment to anchor these truths deep within your heart. Speak them, feel them, believe them, and let them reverberate through your spirit. These affirmations are your shield, your compass, and your declaration of alignment with the divine plan. I am protected, guided, and preserved by God's mercy. I trust the timing of my life and embrace the unfolding of my destiny. Every separation, every challenge, every delay has been for my highest good. I am ready to receive the blessings and fulfillment prepared for me. Repeat these words often. Let them root your faith, strengthen your resolve, and quiet any lingering doubts. Feel the truth in every syllable. Your life is not random. Your journey is not overlooked, and your destiny is secure. These are not mere statements. They are declarations that awaken your spirit, align your heart, and open your eyes to the fullness of what is already yours. Now receive this blessing. May the mercy that guarded you in the seasons of separation continue to flow through every moment of your life. May clarity, peace, and divine insight accompany your steps. May every door that was once closed open in perfect timing, every opportunity align with purpose, and every relationship resonate with harmony and love. May your spirit soar with confidence, knowing that you are seen, valued, and cherished by the one who orchestrates all things. May the light of divine protection shine around you, shielding you from harm, guiding you through uncertainty, and illuminating your path with truth and understanding. May the lessons of your past transform into wisdom, the trials of your journey into strength, and the seasons of waiting into preparation for extraordinary fulfillment. May your heart overflow with gratitude, your mind be sharpened with discernment, and your soul rest in the unwavering assurance that your destiny is secure. Go forward in peace, chosen one. Walk with courage, knowing that every moment of your journey has been intentional. Receive the joy of restoration, the clarity of alignment, and the beauty of a life that has been carefully protected, prepared, and ordained. This is your time. This is your season. And the mercy that has guided you will continue to accompany you in ways that are visible, profound, and everlasting. Amen.